Moving on now to another top story at this point in time. Well, the Meghalaya's Garo Hills region has been hit by a fresh wave of floods following heavy downpour. Few weeks earlier, incessant rainfall had triggered landslides, bridges were washed away, and several acres of paddy fields were submerged. The West and North Garo Hills districts are the worst affected by the deluge. Meanwhile, thousands of individuals have been hit by the fresh wave of floods. And briefing news persons, Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma said that the situation is very serious and said that the government will ensure all possible assistance to those affected by the calamity. Necessary instructions have already been issued to the respective district administrations to deal with the situation. Meanwhile, the Chief Minister Conrad Sangma also stated that the government will take a further call on the way forward after assessing the damage. Yes, viewers, another big development this as Meghalaya's Garo Hills region has been hit by a fresh wave of floods following heavy downpour. Few weeks earlier, incessant rainfall had triggered landslides, bridges were washed away, and several acres of paddy fields were submerged. The West and North Garo Hills districts are the worst affected by the deluge, and meanwhile, thousands of individuals have been hit by the fresh wave of floods. Briefing news persons, Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma stated that the situation is very serious and that the government will ensure all possible assistance to those who have been affected by the calamity. Meanwhile, necessary instructions have already been issued to the respective district administrations to deal with the current situation. Conrad Sangma further stated that the government will take a further call on the way forward after assessment of the damage.
In fact, in the first instance when this had happened in the first phase, we didn't expect that it will happen again, but floods are something, it looks like the frequency is going up. It's been raining a lot last few weeks and months. So I think I visited last time, and there was a lot of damage to infrastructure, roads, and now with the second flood that has hit just yesterday, I have got initial reports from the Deputy Commissioner and other officials that it is quite bad, and it has hit a number of households, and a number of paddy fields have been affected. So it's something, of course, that from our side, government side, we will do our best to help everybody and in this situation. And only once the assessments of the damage come in, then we'll be able to figure out how to move forward in this. But yes, it's a serious situation, and we'll see how to take stock of it. But relief and all is being provided, that the district administration has been told. Funds have been released to them for necessary immediate relief. So therefore, all those actions are being taken.
And to tell us more on this, I'm being joined now over the phone by my colleague Biplab De to give us more details. Yes, Biplab, indeed, Meghalaya's Garo Hills region has been hit by a fresh wave of floods following heavy downpour. And it has also been learnt that from this region, the worst affected has been the West and North Garo Hills districts. So what are the latest details you can give us at this point in time, Biplab?
Currently, the rain is still falling in quite a few places, whereas mostly it's been West Garo Hills and North Garo Hills that has been affected. As of now, the district administration had stated that they are still assessing the situation.
Right.
But paddy, all these fields, and almost all of them are actually underwater. And this is the second time that we've had a flash flood in the last 15 days. And crop damage has been immense.
Right.
And we will get a complete assessment by the end of this evening. But there have been quite a few places where bridges have been taken out, and connectivity to various villages have been completely blocked.
Right. Right. Well, Biplab, the Chief Minister of Meghalaya, Conrad Sangma, has also stated that his government will provide all possible assistance to those who have been affected by the calamity. So could you tell us a little bit more on that, Biplab? What kind of assistance is the government looking to give to the people who have been affected?
For now, gratuitous relief or GR has been sanctioned in a few places, whereas for the current deluge, there is nothing that has been sanctioned yet. But the farmers have been demanding for their loans to be waived off, and also considering the fact that they have lost too much during this lockdown.
Right.
And Conrad Sangma himself has actually visited these places. Prior to that, the MP of Tura, Agatha Sangma, has also visited these places and they've given a report to the centre. We are still awaiting details on what exactly is going to comprise the relief that the CM is speaking of.